Yes, I'm in Studio Y. And yours is Studio what?
Mine is Studio B.
B. So
yes.
It's crisscrossed from B to
Tukombali
Y.
sana, it's a kilometer away.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the feedback that's coming in, and guys are talking about body shaming. Somebody said it very well. It's other people think they're perfect, so they view themselves as the perfect epitome of what beauty is. In real sense, that is overconfidence, because you know what, all of us are beautiful, all of us are wonderfully and fearfully made. And so I'm here to talk about body shaming with my panelists. And you know what, body shaming is something that is on the rise in this culture, and the question is, what is it and why do we do it? And so with me in studio, I have next to me is Alice Umutoni. I hope I said it right. She's a plus size model, she's a singer, she's also a makeup artist, and she's here with us today. Next to her we have Njeri. She'll tell us the other name. Njeri is a motivational speaker, a blogger, she's a wife and also a mother, and we're so glad to have both of you in studio today. So Njeri, we'll start with you so that you can actually tell us your second name. I couldn't say it because of the accent. I'll say my own things, I'll Englishize it, and it's Kikuyu, right?
Yes.
So what's the other name?
It's Njeri Wameigwe.
Meigwe.
Yes.
You see, I would have said Migwe, and then I spoil it. You said Meigwe?
Meigwe, yes.
Meigwe. Okay, great. Njeri, you're a blogger, you're a writer, you write about this, you speak to people about the same, body shaming, but there's a story behind all this. Maybe would you start to tell us where exactly did it begin?
To be quite honest, growing up, I was not plus size or thick or fat, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I was skinny. In fact, I remember in primary school, I used to be called Daddy Long Legs because I was really skinny.
You used to be called what?
Daddy Long Legs. You know that spider that has very long legs? Yeah, and then I went to high school, I was Kele, and then I don't even know what happened. And I hit my 30s and the weight just came on. My mom is also plus size, so I guess naturally the weight came on.
Genetic?
But in spite of all that, my first relationship, I was with someone who made me feel ashamed of the way I looked. Emphasized it, and I lost my self-esteem because all the time he used to tell me, you're very ugly, you know, you should be this specific size and you should work towards this. And I remember I used to go to the gym every day, and I would gym for 4 hours every day just to be the size that I felt was going to make him happy, because I was doing it to make him happy. And it wasn't really about me, it was about him. And one of the things that does to you is that it messes up with your self-esteem. And you wind up not having any anyway. And you wind up thinking you're ugly, and because you do not conform with what society, you know, desires you to look, or what the person that necessarily loves you makes you feel, which is unwanted, undesired, and not beautiful. So that was really the path that got me into the journey that I am in right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe if you can put it in context, what exactly do we mean when we say body shaming?
Actually, literally, body shaming, if you actually even go to the dictionary and check, it says body shaming is making others feel bad about how they look. Most of the body shaming, though, happens mostly to fat people or plus size people, but there is as well skinny shaming, where people actually shame you because you're also thin. You know, because there's a certain way that the society wants you to look. You know, we are all trying to be made to fit into one round ball. You know, we are all not cut from one cookie size. Let people be, you know. We are all beautiful in the way that we've been created. I mean, look at DJ Mo over there. He's really light. I am not. We are all gorgeous anyway. Because, you know, we all look like the rainbow. Imagine if the rainbow was one color, how would it look?
Wouldn't be beautiful. Exactly. You just called DJ Mo gorgeous. It's fine.
No, I said he's light.
I can't even do this show anymore. Thank you, guys.
He's gonna go home. This is the end of him. He's gonna go home anyway. But we get the point. Like either dark or light, you're all wonderfully made.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, Alice, for you, it's been different with your experience growing up. How was it?
I grew up like this. I was very big. Hata nikiwa mdogo, I was very big. Even at school, they used to call me Biggie. So I grew up like this. So before, I'm a singer. Before, I was like, what am I going to do? Because everyone, how do you look? You look bad, you look ugly, I was like, in my mind, no one appreciate me. So I was like, okay, let me stay back, and I think God will rearrange me on the other way. So, but I think niligangana na hiyo for a long time. My heart was hata nikiingia kwa matatu, there was, what is this? Because I was big. Let me say that. I was big. Even here in Kenya, I was one day I was from work and nikasema hata niingie matatu, let me not use Uber, and nikaingia kwa matatu. So mtu mmoja akasema, is this you ama kuna kitu ingine umevaa ndani? So, akaniambia hivyo. I was like, okay, Alice, where are you going? I was going to town. Akasema, oh, Alice, you're very ugly. Go back home. And in my mind, nikifika home, I was like, Alice, what are you going to do about this? So nikasema kwa roho yangu, Alice, you're beautiful, you're unique, you're very, very, very unique person, and you're so lovely, and change that. You have to be proud of you. And kasema, okay, let me not hata nisifikirie hiyo, because everyone was telling me you're very big. Oh, nilikuwa nachoka. But now I'm proud of me. I love me. I love my body. I'm proud of me, yeah.
Okay. But it's been a journey until you got here when you can now appreciate yourself. But maybe if I can take you back, how was it for you when other people were saying you're big? What did you feel? What did you think about yourself?
Of course, I felt bad.
Yeah.
Yes, I felt bad. Everyone was telling me about my body. You have to reduce your kg, nini. But of course, walikuwa wananiharibu. But now I'm okay.
Did you feel pressure to gym or, you know, get onto a diet?
Yeah, I did everything to reduce my kg, but this is me. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks, Alice. For Njeri, you're saying you've been on both sides of the spectrum. You've been thin and you've been, you know, big, plus size. And for you, your experience being this big or this small, you know, attracted a lot of comments from people. How was that for you, even knowing that, yes, I am. They're saying I'm small, yes, I am. They're saying I'm big, yes, I am. How was it for you?
One of the things that society feels entitled to is to tell you how you look. It doesn't matter. I don't know you. I will walk on the street and people say, "Huyu ni mnono. Wewe size yangu." People just tell you anything. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Outrightly,
Ama
like
you meet somebody and they haven't seen you in a long time and they're like, umenona. You know, like they are entitled to telling you what they feel. It's like hata kunanga salamu if you're big. It's like, umenona, we ni mno guy. What happened to you? I met a high school mate and she was like, oh, what? You're like 3 times the size you were in high school. And I was like, really? I mean, you haven't seen me in like, God knows, maybe 20 years. I don't even know. And the first thing you actually say is, nimenona. I mean, I'm alive. You could even say,
appreciate that.
I mean, so one of the things is that society is always entitled to tell you how you feel, how you're supposed to feel about your body, or and then there's this one, this kind of comment where people come and look like they're very caring and they're telling you, oh, siwende jimaki. You know, all those kind of comments. Yeah, they suggest that aki utakuwa na pressure, and you're like, did I tell you I'm sick, or what, did you hear something, or and you know, it puts you in a defensive position where you always have to like defend yourself. Oh, hata sinanga pressure. In fact, hata nilikuwa hosi jana, wakaniambia I have 120 over. You know, they always make you feel a certain type of way. Yeah, and it's really not funny. Either way, when you're very thin, you'll also hear those comments. Itabaga, kula chipo. You know, you know, there's always something that people feel entitled to tell you. Even strangers. You know, kwa matatu, utasemta kwambia, ualipia viti mbili. Obviously, that makes you feel bad.
It's terrible.
It makes you feel bad. Unaona mtu akiingia tu kwa matatu na ni mnono, unasema, sasa usi atani skuma. You know, there are all sorts of things that people are going to tell you. You know, and
so
it's
viti mbili
basi. You see? Ualipia viti mbili, and you're like, wow. And you can actually see sometimes, you know, me, I think I wear my body and I wear my attitude. So by the time you tell me, I will look at you and you will take it back. But most people you see when they're told that, they shrink back. You can actually see. I'm in a place where I'm confident of who I am and my journey and where I've been and where I'm going. So things don't faze me as much as they used to. Before I would cry and I would just ask God, any God to this is how you saw things should be. You know, I remember crying in my closet and wondering, because here you are, you've worked so hard to get back your body. Literally, you're living on salad and soup, okay? And then you get out and somebody tells you you're fat. And then you're like, what? And you shrink into yourself and you want to just disappear so that people don't notice. I remember, I wouldn't walk in the streets, I would walk in the back streets, so that maybe nobody sees me. You look for a way that takes you to work without necessarily having a way that has many people, so that maybe people cannot see you. You know, you try to disappear. You dress in black, you dress down, you wear maxis, you do everything.
You cover up the body.
Cover up. Because, you know, your body becomes a source of shame. And when what you're wearing is your source of shame. Because you see, one of the things that people do when they shame you, it's a good name, body shaming. Is they make you afraid. They create fear.
Yeah.
And fear messes with your self-esteem.
Yes.
And now you shrink. You even stop shining, you stop coming out. And if you look at it, it's reflected everywhere. Where do you see the plus-size population? Do you see them in the media? If it's an advertisement, maybe I'm being called for an advertisement, I'll be called to play a mama. You know, napika chapo pale. You know, that is the reinforcement that is even there in the media.
Okay.
Like, fat people should be, either they are mothers, but you never see a positive, even reinforcement in the media where I can be an anchor, but I'm fat.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
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 You
So
know,
you
there
think the
needs to be
society has-
diversity
Yeah.
that tells us that fat people are also beautiful.
Okay.
Because they are people and they have feelings. And I'm telling you, one of the people that, when you don't reinforce that, even if you go to schools, it starts becoming bullying, where a child who is fatter than the others is bullied.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Like she said, actually,
yeah,
she was called names.
She did say that she was called names. Unamuita bigi, what is that? And that has to stop from the homes.
Okay.
Because as a parent, if I teach my child, you're beautiful, even when that child goes out, they will have a beautiful message to spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what you said, and I wanted to ask the question from that angle. When we talk about people body shaming you, but is it possible for someone to body shame themselves?
Yes.
Do we have instances? Did you feel like unajiambia wewe ndio, you know, it started from you? Did you have that pressure?
Yeah, of course. I was saying that really, wanasema kweli, I'm not beautiful. But kuna mahali pengine naenda, at least you're beautiful, I love your shape, I love what, but kwa roho yangu najua huyu ananidanganya. Because in my mind,
You've already
najua,
told yourself.
I've already told myself that I'm not beautiful. But nikienda mahali, mtu ananiambia, at least I love your body, I love your shape, blah blah. But in my mind, in me, najua I'm not beautiful. Yeah.
So you've already you've made a judgment in your mind.
Before.
Okay, great. You're a plus size model, and she said something very important about the society not giving opportunities for, to plus size models. It's recent we've started seeing what are these body clothes, what they used to sell clothes, what are they called? Dummies or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It's
actually plus
recently that we've started seeing plus size dummies and dark colored dummies. And maybe for you, how was it joining into modeling as a plus size?
I don't get you.
How was it for you? You're a plus size model. How has it been knowing that yes, I am plus size and I'm a model as well?
First of all, I'm proud of my body. I'm proud of my shape. And nilikuwa nakutana na watu wengi wako very positive. Kanambia, Alice, you're someone.
Okay.
You're not nothing. You're someone. Do something about your body. So ikaniingia ndani. So kufanya hivyo na kusema that I'm plus size model, it shows that I'm proud of me. I'm me. Yeah.
Okay. Kwa hivyo ilikusaidia as uliingia kwa modeling. Okay. Great. I hear we have a caller from Kiambu. Hello?
Hello, this is Edwin.
Hi Edwin, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yes, you have a
Praise God on this
question?
beautiful Sunday.
Okay.
Now, first I'd like to commend those lovely ladies for coming out and telling people that you should love yourself as you are.
Yes.
Because my high school nickname was Mifupa or Bones. I guess that tells you my size. So I think modern secular media has shaped our opinion as to what is a good shape or what is beautiful.
Yeah.
And those who have achieved that have been pushed to a level of arrogance, and they feel they have the right to intimidate others into looking the way they feel society will appreciate them.
Okay.
And that pushes people to low self-esteem And fortunately, they resort to unconventional ways of achieving that. And when they do not succeed, they're seeing suicide and all that. I think we should come out more like those ladies are doing and tell people, be you, do you, God loves you, He made you the way you are. Appreciate yourself, and others will come to appreciate you as you are.
Okay, great. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you so much. That's Edwin from Kembu, and he said something very important. He said it's time for people to come out and actually encourage, and that's what you do, Njeri.
Yes.
And maybe as we wind up, what's the journey back into healing? Because it happens, as you said. Maybe I've had body shaming since I was little. I'm now a grown up. I'm in my 30s. I'm still facing it, but it's I put my leg down and I say it's time for me to accept me. What's the journey back now? The healing process.
The healing process for me was by writing.
Okay.
I started writing about it and talking about it on Facebook. And I just realized that there are a lot of people, anytime I'll talk about it, I'll get a lot of comments or a lot of positive feedback from people telling me, we've been through such, and thank you for talking on behalf of us who don't have the voice to talk. And that also led me into the journey where I'm giving back into society. I talk to schools, high schools especially, because there's a lot of that goes on. I've been giving a couple of talks, and even this Friday I'm also talking to people as well. I have a talk. So my journey towards healing has also been focused not just on me but on others, because I realize that we are so focused, just like David. The Bible says that when Samuel was sent
to anoint a king,
when he went there and he saw all these men, all these
sons of Jesse,
sons of Jesse, and he looked at them and he was like, whoa, these are the ones. He is handsome, he's this, he's this. And he did not know that in the backside of a mountain there was a shepherd boy who was the one who was supposed to be anointed to being a king. So he looked at the outward appearance, and in fact the Bible is very emphatic that the Lord does not look at the outward appearance, but he looks at the inward appearance. What are we doing to work on our inner person? Because there has to be something that makes you feel like it's okay for me to call people ugly, it's okay for me to body shame them, it's okay for me to talk negative things about people, whereas there are so many things that you can say about somebody. So I think the journey towards healing should also be about the people who feel like it's okay to body shame people, maybe on social media. Maybe, nowadays social media has given people so much courage to come out and say anything they want because they're hidden behind their keyboards. So I think one of the things that we should emphasize is that let's work on our character, especially Christians. And this thing of trying to pretend that you really care about somebody, so you're telling them, hey, Rudy, and a gym, that should stop. If you're really concerned about my health, or you've had them in hospital, then maybe you come and see me. But coming and meeting me on the street and poteza kilo, that makes no sense. So our journey to healing should also focus on us, on our inward person, because if your inward person is beautiful, then obviously your outward person will also come out and be beautiful.
Okay, great. And it's basically maybe mirrored from their insecurities.
Yes.
By the time I'm shaming you, maybe I'm struggling with the same as well.
Obviously, because I cannot just insult you from nowhere. It has to come from something that is inside of me. So I always feel like a lot of body shaming comes from people who are not secure in themselves. So they feel like they need to come out and tell somebody something ugly. And obviously, if I shame you, it makes me feel like I'm powerful for a moment.
Okay. For a moment.
For a moment.
That's very powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Alice, for you, final word what would you like to say? I'm with you,
They have to be proud of them. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful, and I think they're unique. As for me, nilipitia mambo mengi about my body, my shape. What I have to tell them is to be proud of them.
Great. Thank you so much for the two of you for coming and sharing your story. I mean, it takes a lot of courage to actually speak about it and on air, And for Njeri, she's a blogger, she's a writer. She'll be telling us about that. But for now, Mo, we have any feedback or questions that the panel
let me tell you something.
answer?
People love this topic so much, and I'm telling you,
true.
if you're watching there, kazi yako ni kushame watu about their body, shame on you, because I think you have you have the, what is it called, when you uko na measurement watu wanafaa kutoshanaje na nini na nini. And by the way, before you continue, this is what Twitter handle, and someone said, Maria alisema, when I saw myself as fat, I, and only I, decided to change. To be what? Inamaanisha ni TBH?
To be honest.
To be honest, yes. Hey. Yes, people would make comments, but I choose to ignore them. That's the best way to handle body shamers. Ignore them. Asante sana. And then tuko nani mwingine, tuko na Bahati anasema pale, the lady with the black trouser is just amazing. The way she's explaining, can't stop laughing. Asante sana. Then tuko nani mwingine hapo, Meli Lesi anasema they do not criticize someone based on the shape, size or appearance of their body. Asante sana. Alafu tuko nani mwingine, Tracy Jenna anasema people love telling others how they want them to look like, saying at young age you should look like that, or you won't get a certain job because of your body size. Body shaming is very wrong. Asante sana. Very true. Alafu tuko concentrated. Conkly anasema from Nanyuki anasema on this theme, body shaming, you do not have to hurt yourself while trying to please others. Be proud of yourself because you are unique and wonderfully made. Asante sana. Thank you so much, and I'm telling you, I want to say something. You know, there's a point that mtu alikuwa amesema ati utachekelewa na boyfriend yako, hatataka, mwingine anasema utachekelewa na girlfriend yako. This is it. I have so many friends, and there are so many people who can't stand skinny people, and at the same time there are so many people who can't stand fat people. So let me tell you something. You are wonderful the way you are, and you appear to someone else somewhere. You're very important. So mtu asikwambie hautapata kazi kwa hivi, hautafanya nini. But again, we have to do something as a media. I'll see you. So, Grace, have you seen those points?
I have. And it's amazing. You know what? I think we should start a campaign. You're so passionate as well.
I know, we tuanze a campaign, see?
We start a campaign and talk about it. But anyway, if you're out there and you're body shaming, shame on you.
Yes. We kama ni makanga unaambia mtu alipie viti mbili, shame on you.
That is so sad. Yes. Shame on you, you know.
It's not your car, actually umeandikwa pia wewe. Anyway, thank you so much guys, manze. Be proud of you. Kama ni mfat sawa. Kama unafanya gym, let it not be because you're fat. Let it be because of you want to be healthy. I'll see you. So we're going for a short break. I'll have to tutarudi. But before, I think Alice needs to perform a certain song for us. There's this song that I love. Alice, please perform for us. Will you?
Yes.
I love tutakuita sasa kama msanii. Let me tell you some people that she has a story, by the way. She has a story. And I'm telling you, yes. Alice to perform a wimbo, then very soon we'll be bringing you as an artist now. Leo ulikuwa unatu encourage, see you. Big up. Thank you so much guys for coming.